the intro was supposed to be scary, not gay. Fuck it. I initially saw this news on an Andywarski video, which is what prompted me to comment on this article. Due to my STEM degree, we had the same problem on the same paragraph, which surprisingly it kinda summarizes this entire article, which looks like a shit-smeared toilet paper. Here we are again, seeing what happens when social justice warriors infiltrate something. Like my previous video showing how bad Marvel has it after having been infiltrated by social justice warrior ideas and stuff, we now have their Science March. Yes, they fucked up that one too. It stopped being about science as soon as it became a thing, mixing regressive politics with science. Not only has it made people and scientists to shy away from it, but has diminished the meaning of what this march stands for, which is, you guessed it, science. Buzzfeed, being the epitome of journalistic integrity. I can't even say that with a straight face. Epitome of that. Okay. Okay. Tackles the debate by obviously being racist and attacking Bill Nye. I'm going to focus mostly on this paragraph, because everything else is just a half-assed burger flipper trying to pass as a journalist for a cancerous fake news site, but instead it ends up being an insult to the profession. I love Bill Nye, said Stephanie Page, a biophysicist at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, who created the Twitter hashtag #BlacksAndSTEM. Page was asked to join the march's board in February after she tweeted criticism of its approach to diversity. But I don't feel comfortable saying to you what I said to the steering committee. He's a white male. In that way, he does represent the status quo of science, of what it is to be a scientist. A fucking retarded. And of course, that had to come from a social justice warrior. The reason why there are fewer blacks in STEM field is because they don't choose to go there. Even females tend to pick other fields instead of STEM. I've addressed this in my first video about my wedge camp. The link is below, so check it out. She is being a fucking racist cunt for focusing solely on race instead of what the person has to say. When you take race and sex as priority instead of someone else's ideas or actions, you are being a fucking racist. It doesn't matter who you are being racist towards to. Discriminating against anyone for their race is racism, and discriminating for their gender or sex is sexism. You are a prime example of this, Stephanie. Oh my god, I'm pretty sure you're not choosing those two women there, not for their accomplishments, but to counterweight the fucking white male that is Bill Nye on the board. You motherfucking retards. Seriously, you guys can just... So you fucking retarded wokes need two women of color. So you see I'm using the social justice warrior definition here to counterbalance one white male, isn't it? This shows you're a fucking racist bunch of retards. My opinion, as someone who holds the STEM field degree, is that this march is not about science at all, only to advance further the regressive ideas. A prime example of someone holding regressive ideas is the writer of this fucking retarded article on Buzzfeed and the person who called Bill Nye a white male. The Science March shouldn't be about fifis and regressive ideals. There was a time when segregation was the norm. Not anymore. We do not want segregation ever again. Do you understand, you fucking regressives? The Science March should be about science. It should be about protecting scientific research on GMOs, fighting the conspiracy theories about vaccines, fighting against the climate change denialism. It should be about expanding science understanding and policies. It should be about protecting scientists who work on animal research from goddamn dirty hippies. It should be about improving funding to science. Instead, we have a retards march. Who is more worried about fucking feelings and spreading regressive ideas? Science doesn't fucking care about your fucking feelings. He only cares about facts. I don't give a shit if facts hurt your feelings. This is why I will not support the Science March. So go fuck yourself, you fucking regressives. Buzzfeed, you are a useless, cancerous, anti-science, regressive, fake news, shit-peddling shark on the internet. So suck my dry, hairy balls, Buzzfeed. Suck it fucking good. Suck it. Suck it.